Welcome to the 53rd NABSE Annual International Conference, where we explore educational leadership excellence together. The conference title sets our professional stage for the transformative session ahead. Our session, Excelling in the Seat, examines how leaders thrive without controlling every variable. Modern leadership requires strategic positioning in complex environments, much like navigating contemporary office spaces. Think about a time when you had to lead without having direct authority. What strategies helped you succeed? Educational leaders face a fundamental challenge, excelling without complete control over all variables. This excellence challenge demands three key approaches: strategic influence, systems thinking, and transformational practices. Strategic influence ripples outward, driving higher student outcomes, especially in underperforming districts and challenging environments. Research confirms that strategic planning connects directly to measurable improvements in student performance. Complex systems require collaborative leadership because educational challenges are deeply interconnected. Our agenda guides you through 5 essential components of leadership excellence. We'll move from the excellence framework through transformational leadership, influence without authority, systems leadership, and finally, strategic planning. Time management and strategic timing are critical. Leaders must balance immediate demands with long-term organizational success. Educational leaders face the challenge of excelling in the seat without controlling all variables, requiring strategic planning, influence without positional authority, and systems leadership. Leadership excellence connects 3 capabilities: strategic thinking for vision, relationship building for engagement, and systemic change for sustainable success. The excellence framework integrates multiple leadership dimensions into one cohesive approach. Systems thinking flows in all directions, showing how leaders must consider interconnected influences simultaneously. Systems thinking serves as the central hub, connecting transformational leadership, influence strategies, and strategic planning into comprehensive organizational understanding. The excellence framework operates through 3 fundamental dimensions of leadership. The framework branches into WHOUR, through transformational behaviors, what you do through strategic planning, and how you lead through influence strategies. Transformational leadership rests on 4 essential behaviors known as the 4 I's. These 4 behaviors, idealized influence, inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and individualized consideration, form an interconnected framework for authentic leadership. Idealized influence makes you a respected role model through ethical behavior, integrity, and openly admitting mistakes. Inspirational motivation expresses optimism about goals while connecting individual work to larger educational purpose. Intellectual stimulation welcomes new ideas, challenges assumptions constructively, and views failure as learning opportunity. Individualized consideration provides tailored coaching, recognizes unique strengths, and shows genuine empathy for each person's challenges. 5 core strategies enable leaders to build influence without relying on positional authority. These 5 strategies, authentic relationships, organizational understanding, expertise, credibility, strategic communication, and collaborative structures, work together to generate stakeholder buy-in. Build authentic relationships by knowing people personally, showing genuine interest, and maintaining consistent presence. Develop organizational understanding by mapping formal and informal structures, learning history, and identifying sensitive issues. Establish expertise credibility by staying current with best practices, sharing knowledge generously, and admitting limitations honestly. Practice strategic communication by asking, "What's in it for them?" using multiple modalities, and listening actively. Create collaborative structures by distributing leadership opportunities, inviting genuine input, and celebrating collective wins. The first 2 foundational steps for building influence focus on relationships and understanding. Harvard research confirms that authentic relationships are the primary source of workplace authority and influence. Organizational understanding enables strategic navigation by revealing key influencers and helping you navigate sensitive issues effectively. The third step in building influence is establishing credibility through staying current with best practices. The National Center on Education and the Economy provides research-based resources for educational leaders. Scan this QR code to access NCEE reports and deepen your knowledge of leadership best practices. Innovation and creativity are essential for intellectual stimulation and transformational leadership practices. 5 key NCEE reports cover systems design, math instruction, time management, and strategic staffing, each accessible through QR codes. Systems leadership operates through several key principles for achieving organizational excellence. Think in systems by recognizing that instruction, behavior, family engagement, and staff capacity are interconnected. Lead across boundaries by building partnerships with community organizations, neighboring districts, and business partners. Distributive leadership develops capacity at all levels through teacher leadership opportunities and succession planning. Strategic leadership creates clear vision, aligns decisions to that vision, and balances change with stakeholder needs. Strategic planning drives continuous improvement through action-focused, coherence-driven cycles. The planning cycle moves continuously from assessing environment through setting vision, defining goals, developing plans, creating objectives, and monitoring progress, all centered on mission and core business. Research demonstrates the measurable impact of implementing the excellence framework across key performance indicators. The bar chart shows progressive improvement across strategies, with the integrated approach achieving the highest outcomes in student achievement, staff retention, and community engagement. The integrated approach significantly outperforms any single strategy, reaching student achievement improvements from transformational leadership alone. When transformational behaviors, strategic planning, influence strategies, and systems thinking combine, they create synergistic effects that amplify individual impacts. 3 key indicators are compared. Student achievement, staff retention, and community engagement show strong results with the integrated approach. These forward-pointing arrows symbolize progressive momentum through the key takeaways for leadership excellence. Let's synthesize the session's core concepts into actionable leadership practices. Excellence. Integration branches into 4 essential components: transformational behaviors, strategic planning, influence strategies, and systems thinking that must work together. Be transformational by practicing the 4 I's daily, building trust through ethical behavior, and fostering innovation. Think strategically by using data-driven decisions, setting SMART goals aligned with equity, and monitoring progress continuously. Influence effectively by building relationships and credibility, creating collaborative structures, and generating lasting impact across boundaries. Lead systems by thinking beyond silos, distributing leadership throughout, and focusing on equity and complexity. Integrating all framework components produces synergistic impact on student achievement and organizational outcomes beyond individual strategies alone. Professional resources and networks support your ongoing development in educational leadership excellence. A diverse body of essential reading materials offers global perspectives on leadership knowledge. 5 foundational texts: Bass and Avolio on transformational leadership, Davies on strategic leadership, Fullen on leading change, Heifetz and Linsky on adaptive leadership, and Harvard Business Review on influence form essential reading. Professional communities like NABSE offer networking opportunities and collaborative leadership development. 4 key organizations: NABSE for leadership development, NISL at NCEE for systems training, ASA for strategic planning, and STE for systems practices, form valuable professional networks. Thank you for your leadership commitment. Let's open the space for questions and discussion about your next steps. We're grateful for your participation and eager to hear your questions as you continue your excellence journey.